What we have here is a Vitamix 5200 and it stopped working, not because of the normal reasons. The normal reason is it will overheat because you've been running some thick smoothie or something and it'll just heat up the coils of your motor. It has an inbuilt thermal protection that will trip, basically saving your motor from further damage, and then you just have to wait for the thing to cool down. That's not what happened in this case. In this case, we were taking it out of the cupboard and we dropped it. So obviously waiting for it to cool down, that's not going to fix the problem. So decided to open it up. Basically there's this little spindle that comes out. This plate comes off. There are 4 screws in here. You take them out. Voila. I did some basic checks for, if anything had cracked here, if anything had popped off. That was all good. And then decided to actually take out the motor itself. There's a part on the bottom, it looks like this. You actually don't have to take that off, just for reference. So all you have to do is access it from the top and take these screws out with a Torx screwdriver, and I'll just show you what happened. Okay, I've taken out the motor and I've actually flipped it. This part normally faces down, now it's facing up. And really what happened was, now this is a brush for the motor, and there's this little spring that keeps that brush pushed in toward the motor. This is actually, I don't know if you can focus here, this is where the damage happened. Basically when it got dropped, a bit of that broke, and that retaining spring wasn't pushing this in anymore. So I just kind of jiggled it back into place, put the retaining spring back on, so that now pushes up against the motor. You can't see it quite well there, but it is true. And plugged it back in, and voila, good as new. So there you have it. If your Vitamix is not working and it's not due to thermal overload, and you might have dropped it, or even if you haven't, it might be worth checking out to see if these brushes have either worn out or been damaged mechanically and aren't touching the motor, in which case it might be a simple fix like the spring retensioning, or you might have to get new brushes, which I think there's another video about. But anyway, good luck.